have you noticed any trends between different types of cannabis products and their efficacy and sort of the dosaging and stuff? And the reason I ask is because I've had some other clinicians tell me that from their experience, they feel that they're able to use lower dosages and get fewer negative side effects with cannabis products that have a broader phytochemical diversity in them versus those that are very, either isolated or like you have, distillates and stuff that have, a very narrow range of chemistry in them. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, so for me, of course, full spectrum seems to get a little more mileage. I find that the efficacy of full spectrum goes a longer way for patients, and they spend actually less money because they need less over time. I think with isolates, patients tend to need a little bit more. And that's going back to that single molecule, right? So you're pulling this out of the plant, the full plant, and taking it out of context.
Right.
So you may not get all the benefits, but I can see why isolates are used in food and beverage, things like that for taste, or if it's harder to standardize a full spectrum. Plant, right? So, the same chemovar in Florida will look different than that seed in New York or California, right? You're just not going to get the same thing. So I can see why certain industry professionals are more comfortable with isolates, but I think full spectrum is better.
Yeah. Well, you're another one to the list. Pretty much every clinician I've talked to has shared the same thing. I'm yet to find anybody that has had a more positive experience with isolated cannabinoids than full spectrum.
Well, I think we can all agree that we just need more research, right?
Exactly.
And this research really needs to focus on the fundamental understanding of what's going on with the whole plant.
Yeah, right.
And not just selecting out these individual molecules like CBG, CBN,
right.
like we know what we're doing, because really we don't.
Right.
So, and the thing is, we're still looking at this field from a disease target kill model.
Exactly.
That's the thing. Allopathic. Yeah. We're still looking at this from this allopathic reductive approach, which is separating, disease into parts, right? We're still separating it. We feel good about separating things by element and component. When we see the doctor, you're going to your endocrinologist and then your nephrologist and your neurologist, and all these doctors are not talking to each other because they're operating in separate silos. So it's the same thing with cannabinoid medicine, and it's a disservice. Really, there's this whole universe of regenerative medicine, nutritional medicine, preventative, integrative medicine, and we're not talking about that.